see, I have gathered every possible thing that I could in my house today for a special project. Remember those soup cans that I was talking about? Well, today, we're going to take those empty cans, we're going to turn them into drums. I'm going to be using two slightly different sized cans and show two different ways of making drums with them. Now, one thing that I do really want to point out is the fact that inside these cans right here might be sharp. So please be careful when you're holding them, and always ask for a grown-up's help whenever you're doing special projects like these. The first thing we have to do is take the paper off the can. I had really hoped that the paper would come off in one go. As you can see, that's not quite the case here. This one's going even better. And as you can see, I've already accidentally hurt myself. That's why I always have to remind my friends to be careful. Maybe I should remind myself more often. As I said in the beginning, we're going to be doing two different ways of making drums. The little drum here, we're going to be using tape. And the big drum, we're going to be using some tissue paper and a rubber band. And this is important because it actually matters which order you do things in. The tissue paper and the rubber band are going to be one of our last steps. So we're going to put these away for a minute. And we're going to focus on the little can and the tape. I'm sure my friends know what this is. This is one of Mrs. Chan's drums from school. And the reason why I brought it out is because I wanted to show you that the top is made of tape. I'd used a thick, strong packing tape. And what I did here was first I put the tape this way. Then I went back over and I did it again this way in a crisscross pattern. We're going to be doing most of the same thing with this one. Now you can still use packing tape if that's all you have. I'm going to try something a little different and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try using just little scotch tape, but I'm going to do it in the same crisscross pattern to make sure that the top of our drum is still strong enough to hit. So I started at the middle and I'm taking big pieces of tape because I really want them to fall over the sides. And I place them very carefully, kind of a little on top of each other. Whoops. As you can tell, I'm trying to pull it as strong and as tight as I can. Then I hold the sides and I press it down so that the tape is sticking to each other. The last thing I want to do is take one more big piece of tape and wrap it all around the sides. This will help those little edges stay down and not puff up and break the drum. This next part we can do for both cans. So this will be part 2 for the tape and part 1 for the tissue paper. I'm going to take each can and I'm going to measure how much paper I need to cover from top to bottom. for the fun part. You have the sides of your two drums. Use anything that you have in your house. I happen to have some markers. I had some paint, a little paintbrush. I have stickers. I have beads. I have pipe cleaners. I have music notes. I think I'll have to use these. I have pom-poms, glue. You can use crayons. You can use markers. You can even use a pen and pencil. Anything that you have to make art, we're about to make some art. I'll be honest, when I first started, I had no idea how I wanted to decorate my drum. I just started grabbing stickers, different colored markers. Before I knew it, I ended up making a mood meter drum. Maybe we can add more to our mood meter drum. Let's see what else I can make. Now we take our decorated paper and put it around our drum. Now it's time to put the top of the drum on our big can. And to do this, we're going to use some tissue paper. Now, if you've ever held tissue paper before, you know that only one piece is very thin and it could easily tear or break. So what we do to make it stronger is we layer it. As you can see, I have 2 strips here, but even 2 strips isn't enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them over again. So now I've got 4 strong strips of paper together. These are going to go on top of my drum. Now it might be a little tricky getting it over the sides, and if it crinkles or doesn't go on completely smooth, that's okay. Holding it down for a minute so that it gets its shape. And once I trust that I can let go, and it still looks like a circle, I get out a rubber band. And I take this rubber band and I wrap it around the drum. If your rubber band looks like it might not be tight enough to really hold the paper in place, see if you can double it up. Make it really tight. And once again, be careful it doesn't snap on you. should look something like that. And now all you have to do is just cut away the excess. And look at that. We have 2 perfectly good, awesome drums. But wait, something's missing. I mean, we can use our hands to play. That works. But some of my friends always liked to use my drumsticks. But what if you don't have drumsticks? There are a few things around the house that you can use. In Ms. Chan's house, we just happen to have a drawer full of chopsticks because we eat a lot of foods that we eat with chopsticks. Always hold the big side. Sometimes you can get chopsticks with delivery. 2 guesses where Ms. Chan likes to eat out. And now that we have drums and drumsticks, we can play the do's and do days that we composed. Can you read what I composed? Right, let's do it one more time together. Do day, do day, do day, do day, do. And that's it for today's lesson. I can't wait to see you guys next video. Bye.